Wow, there's like not a cloud in the sky. It's crazy. Oh wow, quite a bit up here.
Like right there in that corner, a little bit over here. Oh, right there.
Do they look like a boat?
They look like they belong on a boat. The mud flaps, they look like they're nautical.
Oh. Looks like a wagon.
Cool, thank you. Good morning, guys. My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. So in today's episode, we have this beautiful brand new Lincoln Navigator in for our new car prep and ceramic coating. So yeah, I know. It's super hot and humid out, so I need something to stop sweat going into my eyes. Pulled into the garage here, you saw the whole wash process, and we had actually detailed this maybe about 2 months ago. And we did our full exterior, so we already had clayed it. We put some sort of protection. I actually forget what we put on it. But anyway, it was actually holding strong. It was beating, and it kept the vehicle nice and clean. So all we had to do was do our APC rinse, our foaming, our contact wash, wheels, tires, you know, all the brushing and all that stuff, and get this thing nice and clean. And now we're gonna start on the polishing process, and of course coat it with Crystal Serum Light. Guys, if you're enjoying videos like this, and I hope you are, consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss stuff. And if you are interested in any of the tools or products that you see throughout this video, check out the links in the description. So, we're on to the drying process. So we're gonna dry it, and then we can examine the paint. I forgot that the owner had told us that this was wrapped. So it's actually fully PPF'd. That is paint protection film. That's what PPF means. So when you hear me say PPF, it means paint protection film. And I'm not gonna say PPF film because that's saying paint protection film. Anyway, it's all PPF'd, which is pretty cool, which means it was polished beforehand. Whoever did it before, I don't know. But everything is wrapped. So we don't really need to polish. The only reason I would ever polish a PPF is if it did have some light water spots. The polishing would help, but it would just be a super light polish with like either a black or maybe an orange pad and a light polish. That's it, just to eliminate the water spots, and then we would go ahead and, you know, panel wipe it and coat the whole thing. So let's take a look around. It's looking really good. I did actually have to go back over the tires with just an all-purpose cleaner, degreaser, and just wipe them all down. I've been doing that now because it helps with removing anything that still just might be on there that washing it outside didn't remove for whatever reason. Jess is now panel wiping all of the wheels. We're going to coat the wheels first. We're going to coat the paint last. Give it as much time to dry. We had to really go through it and blow dry it extensively to make sure there's no water in any of the cracks and crevices, because we're not going to be polishing and nothing's going to be vibrating the water out, and you know, we need as much time for it to dry as possible before we apply the coating. Of course, we don't want drips of water in our ceramic coating. As you can see, the wheels and tires, they look really nice and clean. They look awesome. And these little mud flaps I had to also really deep clean. Oh, there's some gook right there I gotta make sure to get out. So just brush that with some all-purpose cleaner. So I have, what do I have in here? I think I have Super Clean in here. I just blast it, brush it, and wipe it clean, let it dry, or blow dry it, whichever. So after that dries, that should be nice and clean in there. Now I'll just dress these. So they also PPF'd over the black pillars here, and they actually do look pretty good. Once I get the spotlights on them, we'll see, but yeah, they look pretty decent. So these are all fully wrapped, and you can see the wrapping, you know, was okay, but some of it was just pre-cut and it doesn't go all around, you know, the edges. This is gonna build up gunk over a while. So, you know, I would have liked to see the wrap go all the way around. They did wrap around the doors, so that's nice. It is wrapped around the edges here. It really does need to go around all of these edges. You can see here, already dirt buildup. Can't really do much about that. I don't want to be picking at that. That edge should have been fully wrapped. You can see the edges here in the headlights. These are not fully wrapped. These are just cut out pieces. Same with down here. They couldn't really do this corner, so this is left unprotected. So I don't know, I don't really like to see that, but oh well. And as we look at the paint, it is, yeah, it's in pretty much perfect condition. It is awesome. So we're going to examine the paint, make sure there's nothing we do need to polish. There are some light water spots on the glass, I think, so we did get some of this to use if we need to. You can apply this by hand or machine, or just use a little bit of clear SR or water spot remover here to remove those spots and get the glass clean and ready to coat. So we usually throw like a spray coating on the side glass and the back glass, and we put a true coating on the windshield here. So this is going to get polished like we usually do and get coated. All the plastic will also get coated. There's not a ton on here. There's just some in the front windshield cowl, you know, the little mud flaps here. That's pretty much it. Oh, there's some plastic up there, but that's pretty much it. So this should go pretty quickly once we start panel wiping and coating. All right, well, we're gonna use the W9 water spot remover. And yeah, you can see them there. Apply it onto the windshield, onto the glass or paint or whatever, work it in. Again, you don't wanna let this dry completely, and just keep working into the glass, and then we'll rinse it off. You can either use a damp towel, or you can use some glass cleaner or just a mist of water and use, yep, a mist of that, neutralize it. Did that work? Oh, actually, you know what? I think that's just lint. Yep, I think that is just lint. Good, the water spots are removed. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. That removed the spots. Well, we'll do that to any glass that needs water spot removal. All right, guys, the Navigator is done. It is looking beautiful. Now, this one was pretty easy because we didn't have to do any polishing. No real paint enhancements. We didn't have to worry about that. Of course, we had to be careful with PPF. You can't polish it. At least you don't want to compound it or do excessive polishing. If it had some water spots on the PPF, which it didn't, then I would maybe do a light polishing to remove that in spots. But basically, we washed it, we deconned it, and then we just wiped it down and coated it, and that was it. We did have to wipe down, of course, the wheels and tires. Those were coated as well with G-Technic C5, and everything was coated with Crystal Serum Light, and it is looking fantastic. So the paint is gorgeous. Now you notice I turned off a lot of the overhead lights and just have these spotlights, and I did that for a couple of reasons. For one, all the lights in here just kind of overwhelming and it can create heat. And when we're doing the coatings, we found that having some flat like this, flat light, and then these spotlights, it kind of bounces a lot of reflections, off the paint and off the walls, off the white walls, and it actually makes it easier to see high spots on the paint. So sometimes overwhelming light is too much. It kind of floods everything. So having a few lights pinpointing here and there kind of reflects off the white, reflects off the walls. Then you can actually see high spots and you can see what you're doing. So that's kind of our new method of applying ceramic coatings. It worked really well. Of course, it's a white vehicle. We'll do that with a black vehicle, darker colored vehicle, and we'll see how it goes, see if it still works that way. The interior is gorgeous. Let me just give you a little sneak peek of what the interior looks like with all the wood grain and everything. Beautiful. Look at this. I want champagne glasses and a bottle of champagne to pop out of here. That'd be cool. Well, maybe it wouldn't because we're driving. It would be cool in a boat though. Now we contend here a lot with water spots. So I've been kind of investing in different water spot removers. So I have this one here that we talked about already, Clarity Cream. This is more like a polish. It's kind of a gritty polish designed for glass to really deep clean it, remove water spots, and prep it for coatings. And then I just picked this up, and I've been wanting to get this for a long time and just never did. So finally I got it. This stuff is also extremely strong. This I put on the same plane as the Last Coat Clear SR. It is very, very strong. It's a gel formula. It tends to dry a little bit quicker, so you have to work in smaller sections. But same thing with Clear SR, you work in small sections, use a damp towel, wipe it, glass cleaner, wipe it with a dry towel. This stuff removes spots. It does an incredible job. So, it all depends on what you're doing. Sometimes polishing on glass works really well to prep it. Sometimes you just need one of these. Sometimes the water spot remover. Yeah, I have all these different water spot removers because different situations call for different chemicals. You never know what type of deposits you're dealing with, and some work better than others for different situations. So that's why I have multiple products for those things. One is not always enough. If you're a professional detailer and doing this as a business, you're going to understand why I have so many chemicals and so many products. True, I can consolidate these into a few of them, that I need essentials. There are certain things like specialty products like this that you might need multiples of because you never know what you're going to deal with. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click that box. What box? Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell. That way you don't miss stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a great week.